So this was my setup back in 2019. Just kidding, it wasn't that bad. I started off my setup with the prehistoric Xbox One and a huge TV. And I recorded with the MacBook Pro, and somehow, even though we spent over $1,000 on it, it still didn't reach the system requirements to use an Elgato, but I somehow used it anyways. A few months later, and it was Christmas, and I got a major upgrade. My first gaming PC. It wasn't anything too crazy, but I loved it. I also had a Red Dragon keyboard, a Razer Mamba Elite, and a 165 Scepter monitor, along with a secondary 60Hz monitor. Looking back, I cringe because why did my zero brain cell self put the PC on bare carpet? Now it's time for my 2020 setup. It was basically the same, but I had gotten an An Pro 2 and wallpaper engine along with a Logitech C920 my brother gave to me for streaming. A couple months later, I took the ugly back piece off of my desk and finally put my PC on it. And then I got a neon sign for above my setup. I also upgraded my headset to the Corsair Void RGB and installed 3 more RAM sticks, giving me 32 gigabytes of RAM. And then I finally got a bigger mouse pad. Then it was Christmas again, and I built my very own custom PC. Don't mind the booty cable management. And everything was so freaking expensive around that time, but I had a Ryzen 7 3800X, an RX 5700 XT, 32 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance, 3200 megahertz, a 750 watt power supply, a 1 terabyte SSD, and a 4 terabyte hard drive, all packed inside the Corsair 465X. Also around this time is when I really started using my Stream Deck as a soundboard and for shortcuts, as you can see from these lovely custom icons I chose. I loved Fortnite. Now it was 2021, and at this time I had bought a webcam mount and another neon sign for above my setup. I also had got a vertical monitor mount so I could read my chat easier, and I started making my own custom wallpapers too. This monitor was also the same one I used for my main display. I returned my RX 5700 XT and got a 3070, and my cables were finally fixed. Fast forward a few months and I got a 240Hz monitor and 2 monitor mounts for my layout. I was rocking a Glorious Model O along with a low mouse pad, and I had finally upgraded my stock CPU cooler to the NZXT Kraken X53. And also around this time, the Xelticz logo was born, as you can see on this wallpaper. A few months later, it was still 2021, and I moved in with my brother for a few months. And this is where my setup got huge upgrades. I bought a Mavix M5, another Logitech C920, a Razer Viper Ultimate, DT990 Pros, a Go XLR Mini, and the Audio Technica AT2020s. I even got a Galaxy projector for my wall. Now it's 2023, and I upgraded my CPU to the Ryzen 7 5800X, got a ring light, and a PS5. This is a 2 terabyte hard drive for PS4 games, and these are my 2 controllers. My main one has the Control Freaks because I'm obviously so good at controller. Stop fucking lying. I also have a 3D Pulse wireless. So this is my setup thus far, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.